Hi everyone, Trainer Amy Jo here. Today's topic, so you just found out you're pregnant. How do your workouts change? What's safe to do? Let's talk about it. All right, so first and foremost, I would like to say I am pregnant. I am pregnant with baby number 3. I have 2 boys. And this was definitely a shocker. My husband and I were not planning this, but I am 15 weeks today, and I'd like to just share some of my tips as my pregnancy goes on with you guys. So I know that this is probably a topic that a lot of women feel like there's maybe not a lot of information on, but since this is my 3rd time going through it, I am wanting to share a lot more information with you guys. Safe exercises, what do you eat? What do you feel like? What's safe to do? So obviously, you know, there are some other opinions out there, but I'm going to share with you my tips, things that have helped me, and here they go. So the first one I want you guys to understand is that I worked out probably 7 days a week, and then when I first found out, I was nauseous. I didn't have much of an appetite. My energy was zapped. So that first trimester was tough, and I definitely knew I needed to just chill for a little bit. So I really felt myself, kind of just saying it's okay to slow down. But I also knew that I would feel a lot better if I got a little workout in. So one of the things that I told myself was, just go for 5 minutes. Just get on the treadmill for 5 minutes, or just start doing some push-ups. And some days it stopped at 3 minutes. Some days I barely got through the first couple of reps. But a lot of the time, most of the time, I ended up doing more. And I ended up feeling the endorphins and ended up leaving the workout actually feeling a lot better. So one thing is, listen to your body, but also don't necessarily think that it's always just going to make you feel more sick. Sometimes it can make you feel a little bit better. So there were days where I just didn't think I had it at all, and other days where it turned into actually a pretty good workout. So I have reduced my workouts down really in time and intensity. I'd say most of my workouts now are right around anywhere from 40-45 minutes. And it's definitely a combination of things. So I'll mix it up all the time, but I'm not able to lift as heavy as I was, and I can't do some exercises. So these are the things that I want to discuss with you guys and have you discuss back to me, because if any of you are pregnant out there too and love to work out, I'd love to hear your tips as well. So the biggest thing that I knew before I was gonna actually get a workout in was have like a snack in me. So probably about an hour before, hour and a half before even, I would make sure that I had like a piece of fruit and a protein shake, a string cheese, a piece of toast with some peanut butter on it, some sort of combination of fat, protein, carbs. And I have to do it kind of an hour and a half. I feel like if I eat too close, it's like all just right there. So for me, I like to have a smaller snack about hour and a half prior to my session. And then also having something ready to go. If you're at home, it's a little easier to just go right into your kitchen after your workout and have a little meal prepared. But if you're at the gym or you're somewhere else, bring something with you, because you don't know if your blood sugar level is going to drop quickly, especially if it's your first pregnancy. Just be prepared. So even having just like protein bars or a snack that you can just leave in your car, it's always smart, because there'd be several times where I thought maybe I had enough food and then I had a workout and then I was like, oh my, I'm famished. And it's better than always going through the McDonald's drive-thru. So, which, can happen too, and that's okay. But you don't want it to happen every time. So I would say have snacks in your car with you. The other thing is water, making sure that you're hydrated. You do not want to get dehydrated when you are pregnant. And the first trimester, it's a little hard to even keep stuff down. So take little bits of water. Don't try to gulp things. Take little drinks of water throughout the day. I've noticed it's a lot harder for me to get in fluids, so I've relied on some flavored waters, honestly, to get my water in. I just don't enjoy water very much. It's really hard for me. So finding a flavored water that has no calories has really been helpful, and that will help keep you hydrated. So that's another tip. Also realize too that as the months progress, I think it's important to just take the pressure off your workouts and yourself from feeling like you need to be, a certain way, or feeling discouraged in your workouts. You're going to need to reduce your workouts. The intensity, the time, as you go each month, you will have to reduce a little bit of that. But that's a part of this process. It's a sacrifice. It's a wonderful reward at the end. But know that you're going to have to reduce a little bit. It all depends on what you were doing before you started, before you became pregnant. So if you're doing 3 days a week, at a certain time frame and a certain intensity, that's going to have to reduce as you go along. If you weren't working out at all, I would just encourage you to just even walk and just pick some active things that can get your heart rate up a little, but not going to be so drastic. The other thing is, let's talk about heart rate, right? So they talk about not pushing your heart rate over 150 while you're working out. My OB, and I know I've heard other doctors and read this material as well, is you don't want your heart rate to really extend beyond 145, 150. It might for a very short temporary period of time, but you want to control that. If you want to get a heart rate monitor, that's really smart to do if you feel like it's your first pregnancy and you're not really sure where your heart rate's at. That's one way at least that you feel like you're monitoring it and you can visually see a number. I kind of just know, I feel it in my heart rate and I feel it in my breathing that I need to slow down. So that's another tip as well. A few exercises that I can't do anymore. Laying on my back, I just feel the pressure when I do any core exercises. The pressure on your back, they talk about at week 20. You don't want to really be doing any exercises lying on your back, just for the fact of that large artery can press, the fetus can press on the large artery in your back. So, and cut off blood supply. So you want to make sure that you're not doing any exercises on your back. I've kind of just cut them out now and not really focused on any core exercises. I know a lot of the core that I'm training, I'm getting when I'm squatting, when I'm doing other exercises that aren't directly to the core. So I'm confident that I can get the core strength back postpartum. I'm just kind of playing it safe and not really doing any core from here on out until I begin my recovery. So that's really one exercise, a body part really that I'm not able to do. So I think that's really dependent upon who you are and what you've done and how you feel. But that's kind of where I'm at. The other exercise is hip thrusters. So when you're laying and your shoulders are on the bench, and you're placing the barbell over your stomach. I feel completely uncomfortable doing that. So I don't know about you or what you have done, but a few ways to accommodate that as I've gone to single leg. So I'm still doing the hip thrusters, but I'm doing them with a single leg here, and then placing maybe a plate on one leg to add some resistance. But to push or to place a barbell over my stomach is really a little difficult. So I'm not doing that one. And also a lot of body weight exercises all of a sudden are difficult. Pull-ups, dips, some push-ups. I mean, like body weight, you're starting to increase blood flow and increase your blood volume, and you're gonna get heavier. So a lot of the body weight exercises are sometimes just discouraging. So I've kind of just stopped doing a lot of those. I'm lifting, and I felt like I've lost a little bit of strength as well, but I'm still trying to lift as much as possible, and lifting about 5 days a week now. So those are a few of the exercises that I really have noticed that I can't do, but a lot of them I felt like I can still perform them safely and effectively. And I think it's really customized, so it just needs to be more of what you feel is comfortable for you to continue to do. And as you go, you'll get more confident and comfortable in that. If you guys have any exercises that you have questions on or you want to comment on, share with me below. I'd love to follow along and hear more from you guys. And follow along here, follow along on my social media pages. I'm gonna make sure to be posting more little exercises, food tips, and other exciting fun things as the trimesters go along. So I'd love to be a part of your journey as well, and hopefully this information has helped you guys and can give you a little insight into I'm pregnant, now what for my fitness. So thanks for joining me. I'm trainer Amy Jo, baby number 3 on the way. All right guys, see you next time. Bye-bye.